Fantastic report, fantastic film, great clips, great information. This is going to be a fun one. Got those two clips in the right order. Yeah, the shark clip is first. All right. I know you get nervous because just thinking about Jaws in this film makes you nervous. You've never gone back in the ocean, have you, Marvin? A lot of people feel the same way. They won't go in that water. I've gone in there. I'm very careful when I go in there, but I've gone in there. All right, let's do the... I'm just giving you a hard time. Let's do the report. Good afternoon. I'm Steve S.H. Walters reporting for Breaking News 500 here in beautiful Vero Beach, Florida. And we've got a report for you today, folks, on the classic film, Jaws. Now, before we get on to Jaws, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take a second and just go ba-bing, subscribe, doesn't cost you a thing, helps us out and keeps this content flowing your way. You know, flowing your way. And we've got a great report for you today. So thank you for that subscribe, and thank you all our loyal subscribers. Jaws was released in 1975, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Roy Schieder, Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Shaw, and Lorraine Gary. Now, the basic story of this film is Roy Schieder plays a police chief of a small island town called Amity. And he's from New York. He's an ex-New York cop, and he's moved the family over to this island for a better quality life. And now he's new to the island, and he's learning, and he's a chief of police there. Well, they're enjoying the island, the great tourism, the weather, the nice people. It's got a lot to offer. But then there's a shark attack, and a young lady is killed. Shortly after that, a teenage boy is killed by the shark. And this leads the chief of police to close the beaches temporarily, call in a marine biologist, which is Richard Dreyfuss, hire a shark hunter, which is Robert Shaw, and along with himself, the three of them go out on that ocean in a boat to kill that great white shark, to stop these shark attacks on this great island and the nice, lovely people of Amity. And we've got a clip, I call it Meeting the Shark. Are you ready for this, folks? Want to meet the shark? Marvin, you ready to meet the shark? He's already shaking over there. He's nervous. Well, Marvin, ever since he watched this film, he can't go back in the water. I know a lot of people feel that way. All right, are you ready, folks? You ready, Marvin? Let's do it. Roll the clip.
Stop playing with yourself, Hooper. Slow ahead, if you please. You heard him. Slow ahead. Slow ahead. I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chump some of this shit.
Oh, you're back. What do you think about that clip? Woo! Was that a scary clip? I'd like to be on the edge of that boat, see that big old shark come at you. That'd make you need to go change your drawers. Oh my God, what a scene was that? Where were you when Jaws was released? I'll give you a quick story. When it was released in 1975, I was about 16, living at home with my folks in Long Beach, California, and we went to see it at Lakewood Center. Now, they had it in 2 theaters there. There was like 5 theaters. They were playing it in 2 theaters, and the line wrapped all the way around the building, all the way into the parking lot. We waited like 2 hours to get in there and see it, and it was constantly playing in 2 of the 5 theaters. Well, when we finally saw Jaws, it was a fantastic film, and it delivered. Packed house. Well, it went crazy. That summer, in 1975, they had over 67 million people go see Jaws. It became the first big summer blockbuster film. There were shirts made, there were souvenirs. Everybody was talking about Jaws. Everybody was wearing a Jaws shirt. People were going back 2, 3 times to see Jaws again. It was just unbelievable successful. And they tried, of course, capitalize that later on with sequels, which I will not recommend any of the sequels. Just go see the original, Jaws, 1975, by Steven Spielberg. Now, another thing Hollywood did in making this film, before they started filming, they actually thought that they were going to get a great white shark and train him. We're going to train that shark to be in the film. We're going to tell him what to do. You ain't telling no shark what to do. Well, they finally realized that wasn't going to work, so they made their own shark they called Bruce. And they made this big 25-foot shark, great for the film and all this. But this is the thing, it's never been done before. Remember, this is 1975, so they're building a shark for the first time. all the mechanical issues. They're filming on the ocean for the first time. They got to deal with the salt water, the wind, ocean conditions, other boats getting away of the camera, the cast and crew getting seasick, sunburn, the Bruce the shark kept breaking down, mechanical problems, it went over budget, took them forever to get it done. Back in Hollywood, they're panicking, when are you going to get this film done, when are you going to finish, what's going on with the film? All this pressure, and Steven Spielberg was only 27 at the time, trying to deal with all this, but it was his breakout film to a huge successful career. Now, the shark was 25 foot in actual size for the film and for the story. But here's the thing, in real life, the biggest great white shark ever captured was 21 feet. But it's been said that they can be as big as 36 feet, which is really extremely, extremely rare and kind of unheard of, but it could happen. So there was a lot of truth to the shark being as huge as it was, I guess you could say. Now, we've got another clip. This is a great clip, folks. It's of the three men on the boat after a full day of fighting the shark. You know, they're tired. They've been fighting the shark all day. And now they're having a drink, and it's late at night, and they're finally kind of bonding together because they're on this adventure and this mission together, and they're all got different personalities. They really don't know each other. So now they're kind of having a moment. Are you ready for this, folks? You ready? Are you ready, Marvin? All right, Marvin, let's do it. Roll the clip.
Hey, Hoop, you want to feel something permanent? Just put your hand underneath my cap. Just get a little lump. Knock on Olin, St. Patty's Day, Boston.
I got that beat. I got that beat. Some moray eel. Bit right through my wetsuit.
Well, nope, now, listen, I don't know about that, but I entered an arm wrestling contest in an Okie bar in San Francisco. You see, that's now I can't extend that. You know why? Got to the semifinal, celebrating my third wife's demise. Big Chinese fella, he pulled me right over.
It's a bull shark. It scraped me when I was taking samples.
I got something for you. That's the thresher. You see that? Chief Thresher's tail.
Thresher? It's a shark.
You want a drink? Drink to your leg?
I'll drink to your leg.
Okay, so we drink to our legs.
I got the creme de la creme. Right here. Hold on. Hey, see that?
You're wearing a sweater.
Right there. Mary Ellen Moffat. She broke my heart.
Well, what do you think about that clip? Pretty entertaining, huh? They were just starting to have fun, get to relax a little bit, having a drink, bonding, bonding. Well, it get a little intense after that, a little bit of bonding. It got going really good there in that movie. Now, this film also won 3 Oscars. It got Best Sound, Score, and Editing. And along with that, the composer, John Williams, well, he created that music, that scary, scary music. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that took off like crazy and also helped the success for Steven Spielberg. And that scene where Hooper goes in the water to check out Ben Gardner's boat. And he had that tooth, but he got scared. He lost that shark tooth. Well, they weren't happy with that scene, so they went to reshoot it when they were back in LA. So what did they do? They go over to the editor's house, Verna Fields. She had a swimming pool. So they kind of, masked off the area, so to speak, put a makeshift boat in the pool, low-lit it, and did all this type of stuff, and they reshot it. They did a great job with that, and you'd never know, if I didn't tell you or someone else didn't tell you, that was shot in a swimming pool, actually in the valley area of LA. Some pretty interesting stuff. Now, we got a special 6 famous quotes for you. You're going to love these quotes. Now, I'm going to do a good job delivering them, so hang in there for this. Are you ready with this, Marvin? I'm going to ask Marvin to do me my favorite thing, put him back to work, and get that drum roll for the 6 famous Jaws quotes. Are you ready, Marvin? Drum roll, please. Thank you, Marvin. All right, folks. There was a lot of quotes, a lot of famous quotes, but these are the 6 I chose. These are the 6 I think are pretty darn good. Quint says, "This shark will swallow you whole." All right, Quint. Chief Brody says, "You're going to need a bigger boat." Well, when he delivered that line, "You're going to need a bigger boat," that was ad-libbed, and they kept it in, which I think was a great choice. And Mayor Vaughn, that mayor, remember the mayor? Oh, he was just all about tourism and money. He wasn't thinking about people's lives. Typical politician, right? Well, what he says is, "This is not the time or place to perform some half-ass autopsy on a fish." That was pretty good. And Hooper, who he was talking to at the time, played by Richard Dreyfuss, says, "I'm familiar with the fact that you're going to ignore this problem till it swims up and bites you on your ass." Okay. Hooper also says, "This is a machine. All it does is swim, eat, and make little sharks." Okay, I'll go with that. And the last line by Quint, he says, "You know a thing about a shark, Chief? He's got dark eyes, lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes." Yeah, that's pretty good. I guess he would have those type of eyes, huh? Well, I think it was a great movie. It continues to do great to this day. People love Jaws. It's a classic film. You can see it on YouTube, Amazon, Apple TV, iTunes, I'm sure a few other places. And I want to hear those comments, folks. What's your favorite scene in this movie? Where were you when you seen the movie? Were you scared? Can you go back into the water? Marvin can't go back in the water. I can go back in the water. I don't go too far into the water. And I watch my surroundings, especially here in Florida, because we got a lot of black tip sharks out there. And believe it or not, Florida is the #1 bite capital of sharks in the world. So I'm definitely careful if I go out in that water in these Florida Ocean, Atlantic Ocean or the Gulf. I'm careful. I don't do it, but if I do it, I'm careful. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this report. I'm looking forward to your comments. I'm Steve S.H. Walters reporting for Breaking News 500. Have a great day.